Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome to Assetto Corsa for another quick look at a mod. This time we're in the Shelby Cobra, also driving on the modded track, the Blackwood track, as you can see from the sign there in the over on the left. Taken from Live for Speed, track that I'm very familiar with. Very cool track, very fun track, not quite suited to this car I think, but still fun nonetheless. I'm currently, there are three versions, I should quickly explain, sorry, of this car in this mod. I'm in the fastest version, the SC version. I mean, who would want to be in the quickest version, eh? And just about to pull out, show you guys a couple of laps and talk about the car a little bit and how it feels, etc. Quick warning before I do though, the pit lane, when you try and drive out the pit lane in this car, you get kind of weird grinding sound. Hopefully you guys won't hear it too much, because the sound is a bit lower compared to my voice, but it is weird. I think it's their attempt at almost putting a pit limit of this car, but it sounds like bits are falling off it, so you know. Anyway, we'll oh, there it is. Nice and horrible. As we crunchy put out the pit. It's a horrible sound. I think my exhaust has fallen off. There you go, gone now. The first thing I want to talk about quickly is the first thing that's more apparent to you are the sounds for the mod. Sounds are a placeholder. And they still sound better than the rest of the sounds in the Assetto Corsa so far, to be honest. They're taken from some sort of audio kind of synth device used in your car to make it sound like different cars. I forget what they're called, but regardless, it works pretty well, and it actually sounds really nice, to be honest. And also here we are at Blackwood. Nostalgia for some people, I'm sure. For me, not quite. I've been driving it quite a bit today, so I've gotten used to it. The only thing I've changed in regards to setup in this car is the gearing, just to make sure I don't top out on this straight. So anyway, Assetto Cobra, like I said, I'm not sure what to say actually, but this is a 0.1 version. It's very much a beta mod at the moment. It's still rough around the edges. Some of the dash things don't work properly yet, and like I said, the sounds aren't the final sounds. But so far, this car is, to me, has performed fantastically. It's really good drive. I'm driving very slowly right now while I talk, just to kind of get everything up to where it should be, temperature wise, you know. There's no telemetry for this car yet either, which is a shame, but you know, that's something to quickly gloss over. I've driven a couple of races against AI and whatnot as we open her up now for hopefully what will be a quick lap, and I won't spin on camera like I have been in my practice. Oh, there you go. It really does feel like a car from the 60s. The brakes, as my friend eloquently put it, are shit then lock up. So you have to be really on it with your brake, make sure you kind of brake in the right place. The car's got grip but not too much. You saw me kind of as I turned into the little kink before braking for turn 1, the car wanted to break away from me, which was not terrifying. It was, I could handle it alright, but it was not ideal. So nearly hit the rev limiter in 4th there. Only 4 gears of course in this. 4 gears of course in this car. Have to excuse me, I'm quite tired, so not all the words are going to be coming out in the correct order. Hopefully they will though. And this thing, it feels. The only thing I have to compare it to really, because the only thing I've ever driven another Cobra in has been Historics mod for R Factor and GTR2. I've driven in R Factor, and this feels surprisingly good actually. You know, Historics, that mod kind of very well known on R Factor as being a very high quality mod, but I think this this Cobra gives it a run for its money. This car feels a lot more brutal than the one in Historics, and it all feels very positive. I mean, as I go for the kink again and nearly spin it, using the, I couldn't use the clutch on the way down there. Very good, Jimmy. Changing gears in this car is a joy. The whole driving is actually pretty decent. The force feedback is early, say that. It's not bad, but it's not the best I've experienced. It's definitely enough for you to drive the car fast though, for those of you out there who rely on force feedback like myself. About 3 or 4 people in the sim racing community don't, and they are insane. Oh, brake please. And I'm already very excited for what this mod will offer, especially given, like I said, these sounds being a placeholder, and they just sound so much better than anything there is in this course. Even the prototype we looked at a couple of weeks ago now. Now onto, I guess, Blackwood a little bit. This, I remember this track looking looking very early to mid 2000s, shall we say, and it's very weird to see it with the in Assetto Corsa with its graphics engine looking very pretty and shiny, all the effects looking very good. Oh, obviously this is a fictional track. It isn't real, just so you guys know. Ooh, like add that kink always catching me out. You have to be so careful with the rear of this car. It's very very boisterous, as you would expect it to be, which is why it's so awesome. Now I found out about this mod the other day via my usual sources, and I wasn't actually at home, and I was really sad that I couldn't come back and drive it on the day that it kind of got released or whatever. But it's really fun to be in it now. It's definitely going to be fun to drive. Hopefully I can get in some race of this at some point against some people online. I'm still not sure whether you can actually drive modded cars online yet. I'm really hoping you can. I love this corner of this track. Get it right. I'm starting to feel that Assetto Corsa is kind of the strength of this now is starting to lie in the older cars. I feel the engine seems to handle those a bit better. Cars that aren't downforce racing cars, they seem to feel a lot better. Like, I prefer to drive the Exige to any of the GT cars. I think the best racing car is probably the DTM M3, in my opinion, of course. And this, not being an official release, definitely being up there with the official content, is really quite it's quite a nice feeling, because Assetto Corsa is starting to come on now. Still not out yet, of course, still officially a beta, but looking more and more competitive as time goes on. And this car is just honestly, it's a joy to drive. I've been driving it for the last hour and a half or so, just around here, and I'm almost almost at a level where I can actually get around without crashing now. Maybe braking a little bit early for some of these. I'm using the vintage tyres. Come with the mod. There are other tyres as well as street, performance, and then vintage. I'm just driving it on the vintage tyres, hoping that'll give me the most authentic experience. These kind of second gear corners are quite fun in this car. Ooh, brakes locking a little bit on the way downhill. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. The thing is, the sounds, whilst they're not quite a little bit synthetic, they still sound quite decent. You know, I feel like I'm in a freaking muscle car, dragging the absolute shit out of it. That's brilliant. That's what it should be. This is after the 4 GT, as people might know my love for that. This is my second favourite car, so it really is cool to see it in a sim, and done so well. I'll provide links in the description for those who want to download it, and for the track as well. Still have another track to try today, which is one of the gen tracks that have been made from scratch. That is pretty sweet. I have good reviews from that so far, so I'm looking forward to maybe bringing that to you guys as well. Hopefully we can get below a 23 on this lap. I haven't got below a 23 yet. If I can do it whilst recording, that would be good, but that isn't going to help. I think that might... Hi guys, Jimmy here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa for another mod. This time it is the Shelby Cobra. The mod includes free manhandling. It does the same to you. It's kind of what I expect. The roll isn't too bad in this. Like, I would have thought the roll would be a little bit worse, but I've only driven the historic version, and the roll in that mod is silly at best. Penalty, oh well, there goes our lap. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Cool car, definitely download it. I'll put the link to the track as well. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I can bring you more Assetto Corsa mods soon as they come out. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.